Olivia from Hopeful Honey here. Today we're learning how to crochet the waffle stitch. To begin, chain in multiples of 3 plus 2. So let's move on to row 1. For row 1, you'll want to skip 3 chains. This counts as the first double crochet of row 1. Then crochet 1 double crochet in the 4th chain from your hook. So yarn over once, insert your hook in the 4th chain, yarn over, pull back through, 3 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through those last 2 loops. Now crochet another double crochet in that next stitch. So remember, yarn over once, insert your hook in that next stitch, yarn over, pull back through, 3 loops on your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops as well. So continue crocheting 1 double crochet into every chain stitch all the way across to reach the end of row 1. Once you reach the end of row 1, you'll want to move on to row 2. So to begin row 2, chain 2. So 1, 2, then turn your work so you're crocheting in the opposite direction. So the chain 2 counts as the first double crochet of row 2. Now crochet a front post double crochet in that next stitch. So to crochet a front post double crochet, you'll want to yarn over once, then insert your hook underneath the post of that next stitch. Then yarn over once, pull back underneath that post, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops left on your hook, yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops as well. There you go. Now crochet 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So this is your first double crochet, then your second double crochet now, so continue repeating the pattern of crocheting 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches all the way across to reach the last 2 stitches of row 2. Once you reach the end of row 2, crochet a front post double crochet in that second last stitch. So remember, working underneath the post of that next stitch. Then crochet 1 double crochet in that next stitch. Remember, the turning chain counts as this first stitch. And you've just completed row 2. Let's move on to row 3. So for row 3, chain 2, so 1, 2, remember, this counts as your first double crochet of row 3. Now crochet 1 double crochet in that next stitch. Then crochet 1 front post double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So remember, for front post double crochets, going to be working underneath the post of that next stitch. So yarn over and insert your hook underneath the post of the next stitch. Yarn over and pull back through. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. 2 loops left. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Now crochet that next front post double crochet. There you go. So once you've completed the 2 front post double crochets, crochet a double crochet in that next stitch. So now continue repeating the pattern of crocheting 1 front post double crochet in the next 2 stitches and a double crochet in the next stitch all the way across till you reach the last stitch of row 3. Once you reach the end of row 3, crochet 1 double crochet in the last stitch. So remember, the last stitch is also the same turning chain. And you've just completed row 3. Time to move on to row 4. So for row 4, chain 2. This counts as the first double crochet of row 4. Then turn your work so you're crocheting in the opposite direction. Now crochet 1 front post double crochet in that next stitch. Then crochet 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So that's your first double crochet. Now onto your second double crochet. So continue repeating the pattern of crocheting 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches all the way across till you reach the last 2 stitches of row 4. Once you reach the end of row 4, crochet 1 front post double crochet in that next stitch. Then crochet 1 double crochet in the last stitch, so that turning chain. There you go. Now that you've completed row 4, you'll want to continue repeating rows 3 to 4 until you've reached your desired length. This is how the waffle stitch starts to look after repeating rows 3 to 4 multiple times. Immediately you'll notice how this combination of stitches creates an adorable waffle texture, thus the name, whilst remaining dense and extremely cozy, making this the perfect stitch to use when crocheting cushion covers, snuggly scarves or sturdy washcloths. Be sure to check out my blog hopefulhoney.com for lots of free crochet patterns. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please thumbs it up, share and subscribe.